welcome to Exploring with Em and Stu.
Today we are here in Dover and we are currently stood on the top of the Northern Heights pretty much, aren't we?
Yeah.
Today we're going to be taking a look at hopefully some of the massive ditches, the dry ditches that surrounded the whole of the Western Heights. We're currently stood at the North Gate.
I think what we'll do is we'll zoom into that as we're talking. There you go.
We've got this rather impressive structure that obviously would have, the way into the main complex of the Northern Heights. As you can see, we don't plan on going across that rusty old bridge, but we're going to have a look and see what we can find around this huge, very impressive structure. We're very excited, so let's get going.
So Emma's actually about to go and walk down the side of the ditch. It's actually really steep. It looks steeper than what it actually is on the camera.
Careful, aren't you?
Of course you have. All right then, well, we'll see you at the bottom.
So here we are walking down the dry ditch, which was actually dug out to make these fortifications. And looking up here in some areas, this is actually 15 metres deep, this ditch. It's actually quite overwhelming how big this actually is. And this goes on for, I mean, there must be a couple of miles maybe all around this fort, these huge dry ditches. I mean, really quite incredible. But we're currently, as you can see, it's all sort of bricked off, flinted off, and that. Stu's over there. We're currently looking for a way in. So hopefully, if we keep wandering, eventually we'll find one. So we've been walking a bit of a distance now, and to my right here, we've got a very long sliver of the fort. I think it's called like a tenorly. It's meant to protect the drawbridges. And here we've got the main part of the fort with a huge riveted walls there. That's amazing. And just around here we've got another bridge with what you can see, that rather monstrous drawbridge there, and Stu's just standing there admiring it. What do you think? It's not looking overly impressed. I have actually seen people abseil up here. I don't think we'll have a go at that. But you can see this is very well used, this area, all the graffiti and that. But this is really impressive. I mean, the scale of this is quite incredible. But we're going to keep walking. And if we see anything else, we'll have a look. And of course, if we manage to find a way in, we'll certainly have a look. Right, so we found the infamous wall that we are going to have to scale to get up to what is hopefully a firing slit, isn't it? Which we'll be able to maybe climb through.
But what we're going to do is I'm sending Emma up. I know she's always the guinea pig, but we're going to send her up with this, which is a proper mountaineering rope.
Yep.
I'm going to tie it around a tree just to help me because I'm too tall. My legs will just spring me off. So
that's a good thing about being with someone that's tall, is that he can push me up. He can lift me. It's brilliant. He chuck me up there. I obviously can't help him. So,
no, but we're really excited about this. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
And we're so close now. So
that's it. And we've got new cameras. We've got new everything for this year. So we're really excited to using them.
Brilliant. So let's go.
Let's go.
Right. So we found a way up, didn't we, Stu? It wasn't the easiest way. It involved sort of balance ourselves and trying to clamber up this, what looks an awful lot taller in real life than it does on the camera wall. But we made it. Thankfully, we did have to use a little bit of a rope, just for safety, you know. But anyway, right, well that's 50% of the hard bit done. Now we've got to actually find a way inside this structure. So, right, let's go. Right, so having come up that wall, we've now found the firing slits, which is the way actually into the Bastion. So we're going to give that a go.
Right, so we made it in.
To this small hole. Actually, it's more difficult than it looks.
Yeah, it's a lot difficult. When you come in here, just remember, if you're a big fella like me, tall and all that lot, that is not easy.
No.
You're going to need someone to support you on the way in.
It does help, doesn't it? But we did it. We are currently stood, I believe, right in between the detached bastion and basically the central bastion of the Western Heights. I'm not quite sure which direction we're going to go in first, so I think we'll just turn the camera around and just take you for a bit of a tour.
That's it.
Right, so here we are.
This is a bit of a bucket list for us.
Absolutely, we're very excited to be in here. This looks a little bit like, if still just turn the torch around. like a bit of a firing gallery right down onto the moat here. So that's quite impressive. That's it, you can carry on.
It is. That's obviously the way out. People jump over this, don't they?
Right, so this is a drawbridge. So this would obviously have been a weak point for the fort, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but then it's on top of a mountain, basically.
This must take us straight into the centre of the detached bastion.
Yeah.
I think there's an easier way, so let's keep looking.
This is actually pretty amazing, isn't it?
This is huge, isn't it? What we've got through here.
Oh God, look at that.
Oh wow. Oh, you can't see that,
We
but
have actually got to go down there.
let's go right. Yeah, there's dead end there. So this again is this is like a firing gallery out onto, I assume, down here is the ditch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It must be. But
Lucky we've got some good lighting in here.
Look at this, look, it was built straight into the chalk here. They didn't even bother to line it. This just goes on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah, this reminds me of where we went down the stairs at the tunnel that we did.
Wow.
This is pretty amazing.
There's a
Had
lot
a
of
bit of a collapse there.
Yeah.
It just keeps
Right,
on
so
going.
where are we? We're at a section here. We're at another drawbridge here. So let's have a little look
Oh, this one goes up
at
some
this. Hang on, let's
stairs.
just stop and have a little look up there first.
Oh, look at that, very picturesque.
Brilliant. Well, we'll go up there in a minute, but let's have a little look at this drawbridge first. Because look, we've got the counterweights for it down here.
Yeah.
Wow, they're actually still in situ, look. And it would have gone across to the drawbridge. I think we've actually got some original drawbridge underneath here. If we shine a torch down there, look. Would have been quite deep.
Yeah.
Wow. All right then.
Okay.
So I think what we'll do is we'll do this bit in a second. We'll continue down here for now, watching this other
Right, if we
counterweight.
just switch the camera off and we'll get down, we'll move a bit more further because we've just seen all the same stuff all the way walking down. So,
Yeah. So
we'll see you in a
get to the
minute.
next bit and we'll have a look. Right, so we've come down this massive, long gallery, firing gallery, I do believe, and we've come into something a bit interesting. We've got a stairway here, which I think we'll take a look up there in a little while. But just through here, I do believe is something really quite impressive, and I think Stu's going to turn you around and take a look at what is a massive caponier. Now, if you don't know what caponier is, it's basically a firing range that would look down the ditch so that they basically had nowhere to hide if the enemies were to have been able to get into that ditch. But it's difficult to light this place up because it is huge. But we'll take you for a little look around and see if there's anything original sort of left of it, really.
Right, that was Emma's introduction to the caponier, I think she said it was. And we've got evidence, caponier, whatever. We've got evidence of an old fireplace. And what I'm finding quite interesting is this. We've got all these galleries up here. Obviously, some of them you can't walk on. They're actually made of slate. They're a slate floor. So it must have been really heavy to bring into this building when they could have just used floorboards.
We've got broken slate all over the floor here. Now it's quite unusual because a lot of the forts that we come to like this are wooden floorboards, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I wonder why they chose to use slate here.
I don't know. I mean, is there a possibility there was gunpowder stored in here because slate doesn't spark, where
don't
wood
know.
would be flammable?
I mean, maybe that was an idea. There would have obviously been a lot of firing going on here if need be.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, this is really good. It's interesting. It's really interesting.
The thing is though, we've got fireplaces here, so I don't think they were too concerned about sparks.
No, I suppose not. That's true. But that's vast, isn't it? That's amazing. And that stairwell you just showed us.
I imagine goes up there.
I reckon it was. I reckon it was. But this is actually pretty amazing. We'll put some cinematics in. I love the way that people seem to think that the Nazis were around at this time, and they weren't, obviously.
Well, they did use this place in the Second World War, but mainly as a barracks.
Yeah, probably.
More than anything else, it wasn't really defensive by then because there was plenty of other coastal batteries and things around.
Absolutely, and we're coming back into the main gallery now. But we're going to take a walk over here. Obviously, we can clearly see evidence of people having fires and everything in here, really. Quite amazing. And oh, here we go. Look, we'll do a little bit of a walkthrough for you while we're having a chat. But we are going to go up them stairs in a little while that we went past and see where that leads us. But
so just here on our left, we've got more slits out onto the trench. Firing galleries again, so I suppose if any enemies actually managed to get into those trenches, they'd have all lined up down here with their rifles, wouldn't they?
And this is a dead end, but you can see where the slate has broken free.
Wow, yeah.
And obviously crumbled into dust. So yeah, it's actually quite amazing really. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn the camera off now and we'll meet you on the stairwell. I think.
We will. Yep.
We're at the stairwell.
Right, so here we've got the stairwell to the upper level. Got quite an ornate handrail here. That's quite nice, isn't it?
It is actually.
I mean, there's not stairs now. I mean, I can only assume
I reckon.
it wasn't a slope back in the day.
I don't know what this was.
I mean, maybe it was, I don't know.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, watch yourself.
Oh, yeah, see. People walk across these, which I don't think is a great idea, to be quite honest with you.
No, well, we've already been down here.
Yeah, we've actually seen on top of the shooting galleries. I don't think we need to show us walking along the shooting galleries, do you?
No, I don't think so.
It's quite amazing now, isn't
It
it?
is, it's huge up here.
Yeah.
If we can find a way around not having to jump across this, then obviously we will. But we did come past in the original firing gallery, didn't we?
Yeah.
Another stairway across the drawbridge, so maybe we'll get back there.
Okay
and
then.
check out and see where that goes to.
Let's go, shall we? So, Emma's getting photographs.
A few
at the
little
moment.
snaps for Instagram.
It's good to have a little bit of a raw time of doing this because this
Yeah.
is how we're filming this. We're filming this raw, really.
I think you have to, don't you, somewhere like this?
Everyone seems to go past this. Oh, so it's actually quite easy to walk upon. So,
Those counterweights
There we
really
go.
went. Obviously, the original drawbridge is underneath this.
yeah.
So, wow. Okay then. It's quite strong though, surely. And if
Yeah, it
isn't,
is.
then you know you're about to put me.
Well, it took my weight. So we're walking up these stairs, and what we'll do, when we get to the top, we'll switch the camera back on. So, we actually got to the top of them stairs, and this is what we're met with. What a view.
Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely beautiful view. Well, I mean, Emma,
It's incredible.
it's
To think we were driving down here earlier, looking up at this hill and going, gosh, you can't tell from the road, but there's a massive
full.
fort underneath that hill, and you
No,
just
not
couldn't
at all.
tell, could you?
No, not at all. But it is amazing. But we have got loads to explore, loads to show you. We can't make this video any longer than half an hour, but we've got loads of cinematics to put in so you can see real detail.
Absolutely.
I think we're just going to get cracking with this explore.
On the top of obviously the detached bastion, there's some other little stairwells up here that we're going to try and hunt out and see if we can see where they lead to.
There you go.
So,
So come with us and hope you enjoy the video.
So we've just got the stairwell behind us that we originally came up and out onto the top of the bastion here, and just behind this bush here, I believe there's a few more little remains. Gosh, what's this? It's got some brackets and things on the walls there. I don't really know what this would have been. That could have been a fire and slit. It's got an amazing view out there, so that would have been quite a good vantage point, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it could have been ammunition.
Well, this would have had a big door on it.
Yeah.
We've got some quite chunky old hinges there. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then, well, let's get down this stairwell.
Okay then.
Right, down these rather rickety stairs
Be
then.
very careful because you've got some steps that are actually missing.
There are, yeah.
Actually, it's quite.
It's like a slope there.
Yeah.
I think we'll meet you down the bottom there.
I think you're better off, yeah.
Right. So we've just come down those stairs and we're met with a bit of a T-junction, aren't we?
We are.
Where we've got a passageway over here and then another one here. We might pop our heads down there quickly, maybe just to see what's down there. You
I
know.
probably won't. I don't really like the look of it.
No,
So
I might take you for a really quick look. All right. Right. So this appears to be another firing gallery that I'm assuming looked out onto part of the ditch. It's very slippery here, so I'm gonna have to be a bit careful. See where that goes to. It's actually a lot wetter down here than it is down some of the other parts. this is obviously looking to the east part of the ditch. Gosh, I hope this isn't as vast as the other bit was. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, well there we go. We've sort of reached a dead end where somebody obviously tried to see if they could get any further, but that's raw chalk. That clearly wasn't going to go anywhere else. But no, this is literally just a long firing gallery, I suppose. Yeah. That's worth having a little look. So I think I'll get back at the end there to Stu. Right, so back to the stairwell. As I said, we've got another gallery here. I am going to assume that this long corridor is just another firing gallery. It looks a little bit of an ordeal to get over those struts, because for some reason it's been strutted, and I'm going to assume maybe there was some sort of floorboards there at some point. But I thought we'd take a little look anyway. The firing slits there, so it was definitely some sort of firing gallery. But there we go. Back up those stairs, I think. So we've just come down quite an impressive tunnel, haven't we? Which we've just shown you quite a nice sweep.
She's up there.
And that's actually brought us to what is down here. If you can see that down there with some light.
Yes, and drawbridges.
That's the drawbridge that we actually decided not to take, didn't we? And you can see why. It's not exactly very safe. So we're going to head back this way again, up that tunnel, and take the safe way back into the main fort down those stairs. But that was worth having a little look, weren't it?
It was.
So just on the way back to the stairs, we spotted another little room up here, which we thought we'd have a very quick look in. Not too sure what this is. I mean, there's no windows or anything, so I'm wondering whether type of magazine or something, some sort of storeroom. Looks like there was something mounted on the walls there, so yeah, possibly had some shelves and things. And it goes through into a very dark room, but we actually walked past that on the way here, so it's the same as this, but it's very colourful graffiti. But there you go. Right, so we just come back into the fort from the top here, and just come down these stairs, and they're notably very, very steep, and they've always got a bit of a slant to them, and we believe the reason being that if you was to invade try and get into one of these forts, having slightly angled steps would sit on the drawbridge. Angled steps would actually make it more difficult for you to charge down without the whole platoon of soldiers just obviously slipping, getting caught up at the bottom, and very likely meeting some sort of gruesome amount of soldiers down the bottom. So that's the assumption anyway. You can sort of see the science behind it. Certainly makes sense. But we're back to the what was the covered up drawbridge again, back into the main fort. So right, let's carry on exploring.
Shall. So we have now reached the other part, basically the left-hand side of where we just came in.
So just behind us is that original entrance that we came through, that firing sort of slit, and we obviously went right, but we're now going to go left. And from what we had a little peek, this looks really vast through here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think we'll get looking.
That's it.
Right, so we've actually got a bit of a way up here, but we're going to check that out afterwards, because that certainly looks intriguing. But first of all, we're going to head down here, which we believe is
It's a firing gallery.
more firing galleries, out onto what would have been obviously one of the dry moats.
But this is actually leading to an upstairs. Instead of it leading down like the others did, this leads up.
Yeah.
So this is going to be quite interesting, I reckon.
I almost feel as if we're actually in the central bastion now. I'm not too sure, I've got no GPS obviously. I'm not actually too sure. But from the direction that we've come in, I believe maybe this was connected underground in this way. But I suppose we'll find out. So we've got some stairs up here. Let's have a little look. Oh wow, okay then. Wow, so that's another gallery up there.
Blocked off.
And that looks like a blocked off entrance. Perhaps the way into the central bastion.
Yes.
Alright then, so let's try some of these little passageways.
Well, if you look at these, actually, these are the shooting galleries that we saw in the other one. We went down the stairs and it was all sloppy where you went.
Oh yeah.
Same thing, it's the same layout.
Yes,
so.
similar to when we were outside and I took you for a little look. Right, okay.
Yeah, they're all shooting galleries.
They are. So they were certainly ready, weren't they? Let me just try and get... Where does this lead to?
Yes, if you look at the brickwork, which is quite amazing, it looks like it's bellowing in, and it's not.
It actually does. It's got a curve to it. That's because the revetted ditch out there, it's got a bit of an angle to it, obviously.
Absolutely. And then, we're just coming up to a dead end here.
Okay then.
To a little box room for the firing gallery.
Right, so the same as the other one, like you said, identical.
So what we'll do is, I think we'll go down by the stairs, because basically we've actually looked at this bottom bit.
Yeah.
So.
All right, then we're going to get back up this passageway and check out the other bit.
Absolutely.
Right. Tell us where we are.
Well, we're back to where we started, where we came in.
With the drawbridge,
just
to our left.
But we, as you know, we got to that blocked out doorway where we thought it might lead up, and then we'll come round this way. Obviously not, that's blocked up. So we're going to try up here, which I think are a higher level firing galleries. So I think we should go up and have a look.
Right, okay then. If we can make it up there without our torches dying again.
We're having a lot of problems with power. So.
Strangely enough, all our fully charged large torches have decided to completely drain themselves within a space of a few minutes, which is a bit unusual.
This is a very vast shooting gallery, and this is definitely a higher level.
You've got all these sort of gun slits, I suppose we would call them.
We like to call them loopholes, but...
Yeah, I don't know if that's a World War II sort of World War I thing or not, but...
Well, whether it is or not, it's still a loophole.
Yeah. And well, look, we're built straight into the rock here again, the chalk. So I suppose if it saved on bricks a little bit, certainly used enough making destruction, didn't they?
This is a very long corridor.
Gosh, look.
But look how far, I don't know if the camera can pick that up.
Oh my God.
Look how far that actually goes down.
That goes on.
And on and on.
Wow. All right then. Okay, well let's get down there then.
So, we're at the bottom.
We finally made it down. That was a huge gallery.
If you have a look here, there's been a lot of like infill. If we have a look in there, can't really get in there. It's just going to keep on going, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll give you a little poke just to show you that we actually did make it to the end. Oh, that is actually the end. Very much like the others that we've come across. So yeah, these were just basically firing sort of ranges.
And then obviously, unfortunately, the camera cannot pick up how distant that is.
You can't even get to the end with a torch.
No, but it's incredible. So, okay, then we're going to go back to where we started and reconvene and see what else we can find, or we just leave. I don't know.
Have we got anywhere else to go? I think we've pretty much
covered
seen every corner that we're aware of.
So have you been watching all these? As you know, the bucket list was this place, and it was an underground shelter. We did both
whilst in Dover.
Absolutely, this nearly defeated us, and it hasn't today. So
we don't show everything on the camera, but this was a struggle.
It was.
But anyway, let's get back. Let's try and get out, because that's going to be a challenge, and then we'll say goodbye.
Right, see you in a bit.
Right, so this is the way we come in, which we didn't really show you, but this is the way we've got to come out. And I'm going to show you because Stu doesn't want to. Thankfully, being short sometimes has its advantages. God dear. Still, not that easy. There we go. Right. Down that wall again.
We did
It's actually, I think, harder to get down than it was to get up.
Yeah, absolutely. When we used the rope before, actually, I kind of levered myself quite well up there.
Yeah.
But it's coming down it because you can't see the slits.
Can't see where you actually put your feet. But oh well, we're getting a bit old for this game. So.
Yeah, that's right. We are nearly 40 at the end of the day.
Shh, speak for yourself. Anyway.
But yeah, we've done really well today. I think the cameras performed well. The torches just kept on failing
Yeah.
us. I don't know why.
They were all fully charged this morning and we only had them on for a few minutes.
Yeah, but then
going on and off.
But then when we got to another part of the fort, they all started working perfectly
It was
fine again. It
strange,
was weird.
And then Stu got scared to death by a massive pigeon.
That just literally flew in my face.
Do you know, I wish I'd had the camera on.
I know.
But anyway.
That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But we hope you really enjoyed this video we put together. This has gone into a lot of planning for this week at Dover.
Absolutely. This is probably the last one I think we'll be doing here now. But no, really glad we've achieved this. This has been years in the making almost, hasn't it, planning this trip?
Yeah, and this is why Patreon has suffered a little bit with their Patreon stuff, because we've been planning to get this done. So, but if you do want to become a Patreon, it's only £3 a month, and you will be getting exclusive content this year,
including stuff from Dover.
Absolutely. So, as from Exploring with Em and Stu, we really enjoyed this. We appreciate your support, everything. Subscribe if you want, and let's go.
Right, so from the North Detached Bastion here on Western Heights. I can't believe we're saying that.
We did it.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.